Hello, everybody. My name is Alane Freund with Are You Highly Sensitive Live, and I'm here with my colleague and friend, Annet Zwart from the Netherlands. Thank you so much for being on this little video, Annet.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I really wanted to make a few little videos with Annette because I've invited her to be a guest on the next Are You Highly Sensitive Live webinar, which is on December 4th. And we'll put the link below, but you can go to areyouhighlysensitive.com to join our membership and attend. And we also have an Eventbrite. So I don't know, have I sent you the link for the Eventbrite, Annette? I'll send it to you so you can also let your people sign up, because you can either join the membership where you get 2 webinars a month for free once you're paying for the membership. And we have scholarships. So if anyone would like to come and join the membership and you can't afford it, please just reach out to us and we'd be happy to give you the scholarship code. But you can also just purchase the one webinar and not be in the membership just for the holidays. I wanted it to be really accessible. So anyway, I've been calling everything I do in the fall and even after the new year, the holiday survival guide, because it's a hard time, especially for highly sensitive people. It can be better and worse, just like the rest of life, right? And so I had asked Annette if she would come and share some of her strategies. And one of the themes that we're going to hold for the webinar is gratitude and how we work with gratitude to, I don't know, every time I think of someone that helps me in my life and I feel grateful, I feel better immediately. And it's sort of like if you do something to help another person, like you help someone carry their groceries, or I don't know, last night I went to the grocery store and I emptied the stuff into my car, and then we can leave the shopping cart in the parking lot. You know, they have a little area where they collect it. And I was pushing the shopping cart into the one in front and it wouldn't go. It was almost dark, so I couldn't see well. And someone's purse, like her whole purse was in the cart that had already been left before. Her wallet, 2 phones. And it made me feel so good that I found it. And I was able to go turn it in, and before anything was stolen. I was happy all night for that one little good deed, you know? So anyway, that's why I thought gratitude would be one strategy. But Annette, I would love to hear just a little bit about how the holidays unfold in the Netherlands. Is it a big commercial thing now? And then something that you recommend for yourself, your family, your clients, your friends. What's a little tool that we could take?
Well, in the Netherlands, we also celebrate Christmas, and we have 2 days actually. The first Christmas day is mostly more formal, that you celebrate with family, and then the second Christmas day is more that you celebrate it with family or with friends, and just might even with co-workers or people like that. But it is getting more. It's like the first day is really family style, so that can be really challenging often. And I think one of the things that I teach a lot of clients, which also comes back to the gratitude, I think, is also being mindful, having a certain mindfulness practice, because it's not only about meditating, but it's like being conscious in the moment of what you want, what you need, what you might could ask of another person, and also being grateful for what you do have, and also being mindful of that. So I think that's a really good way of coping with the holidays, and just being mindful to what you need.
Yeah, I love that, because you're not saying go out and fix it right away.
No, you don't need to do that. Not at all. It's just a matter of being like, how do I feel? What's here? What is good for me? Maybe it's something with your family that you are grateful for, or maybe you need a rest, or a hug from someone. It's all just knowing how you feel and knowing what you need. That makes it more doable, I think.
It takes some of the the charge, sort of, it's not
Yeah.
as emotional if you're just aware of it.
Yeah.
I love that. And I think, especially right now, going through holidays with the pandemic, I think people feel really out of control of,
Mm,
well, probably we're getting a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like now.
yeah.
Um, I know in where I live, you're not supposed to do anything with anyone who's not in your home, in your
Yeah.
immediate home.
Yeah.
Um, and it will probably still be the case in a month when Christmas comes along. But,
Yeah.
or whenever you're watching this, it might be even closer. We'll know.
Yeah.
But that feeling uncertain, sometimes I find that intolerable. It's just very
Mm.
hard to sit with it. But if I look inside and just see where I'm at right now,
Mm.
accept it, that,
Yeah.
yeah, it really helps. Well,
And I think also one of the things that's also helping, I think, to look at it from also one of the very valuable coaching principles that I learned is that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. It can be quite a challenging point, I know, but I mean, yes, it is hard, especially if you can't be with your loved ones and you want to be with them, but just accepting it, just letting it be for what it is, that yes, you do love them. I mean, emotions are all sort of a compass for
yeah.
where you want to go. So it only shows your value you have for family, I think, if you have problems with that.
And if we have our emotions, we sort of let them come out into the world, and then
Hmm.
they're not all trapped inside. I think that's part of the suffering, is keeping everything
Yeah,
locked in and not letting it be visible to the world.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
true.
when you're talking about that, it makes me think that these practices are easier if you have some kind of faith in something, the universe or a higher power, or if you have some religion, if you have a meditation practice or you pray, all of those things, or journaling. When you were
Mm,
talking, the first thing that popped into my mind was, what really helps me is if I notice, I do some scanning and I notice what's going on and I get mindful. If I write it down, that also helps get it out of, like, my brain, my mind is a dangerous place. If I keep all those worries trapped in
mm,
there, that's what turns into anxiety. If I
yes,
just
yeah.
write it out, then it's separate from me. It's on the outside.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And we have a tendency to take our thoughts very seriously.
Yeah.
And that's also one of the things that I'm sometimes so amazed by, that I mean, you can think lots of things, but sometimes the thinking only makes it worse. So it's also good practice, I think, to learn to look at your thoughts. Like, is this a helping thought? Is this true? Is it a fact? Because most of the time we think only in fiction. It's like, oh, no one is going to like me, and I'm going to be all alone, and
Yeah.
it's not even based on facts most of the time. So
True.
to research your thoughts and to observe, like, is it true or not? Is it helping me? It's also very helpful, I think.
I love that. Well, I'll give my one last tool. That's my favorite one, which is this thing I learned from Al-Anon, which is a 12-step program for families of alcoholics. And
Mm,
it's international. I'm sure it's in the Netherlands, just like it's in the States.
mm,
But, and I don't know if an Al-Anon sponsor taught me this or if I made it up, but lots of people use it. And it's where you put your hand in front of your face, just like 5 inches, say, from your nose. And
mm,
what you get to change, what you have an impact over, is what's between your hand and your face. And
yeah,
everything out here is outside of your control.
yeah,
And man, when I am worrying, obsessing, suffering about, usually it's about others,
yeah,
sometimes it's about myself. And I go like this, I'm like, okay, this is as much good power as I have.
yeah.
Then it's more doable though. Like,
Yeah,
what do
exactly.
they say? It's an inside job.
Yeah, totally, totally. We tend
I
to too much outside.
I really, I got to do a little more yoga for sure.
Yeah.
A little more exercise outside. And I was just talking to a client this morning, and I was saying, just how about just sitting in the sun for 30 minutes a day if you have sun?
Yeah.
And is your weather more like the UK where it's pretty rainy and
Yeah,
cloudy?
yeah. It's lots of the time it's windy and rainy and cloudy. So if we have a sunny day, it's like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
small gift.
Maybe that's when we need to spend 3 hours in the sun.
Yes, yes, totally.
Oh, gosh. Well, I really appreciate you being here, and I can't wait till we have 90 minutes together on December
Yeah, it will be
4th.
fun.
And we'll be taking questions live, and you can submit questions ahead of time. Once you register, you'll get a link to the Google Doc, and you'll be able to submit your questions, and we'll do our best. We'll discuss them. I'm not going to say we have all the answers, but we will discuss any question or scenario you bring to us. So bring
Yeah,
them on.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, it's going to be so fun. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Annette.
Yeah, sure.
See you on the 4th.